I want to say a few things before I begin my thing, and that is that there's been a lot of stories lately about Corey and everything, and I just want you to know that I spent about 17 hours with Corey under the hot light interviewing him before he ever appeared on Gaia, and I came away with an understanding because I've been involved in this for 30 years. I worked with Richard Hoagland. I talked to upper people at NASA. And Corey had this little sense of details that were just aggravating. And I would try to catch him on things that I knew about. And he always would come out, pretty good. And so when somebody like Bill Ryan says that he wasn't vetted, that's just not true. He was really vetted. That's the first story. The second thing is my friend Jeff Rentz had a radio program, and he had a guy on named Bill Tompkins. And I'd listened to it, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So I called up Jeff after the program, and I said, I want to talk to this guy. And I made sure I did not tell Corey or David Wilcock that I was doing this. And I arranged the interview, and I wanted to make sure that I did not contaminate the evidence. So I went and I interviewed Bill Tompkins on my own in California, and he confirmed about 95% of what Corey said without knowing Corey, without talking to Corey, without being on the internet, because he was 95 years old and has no internet access, does not have an internet, does not have a computer, and spent 3 days with him. And came away with a witness who knew nothing about Corey, yet he confirmed about 95% of what Corey was saying. And that has not come up in all of this bullshit. This has not come up. I mean, this is important. We got a corroborating witness who, came forth and solidified the story. So when dork journalists attacks us, then we have to defend ourselves. We can't just be attacked. And the guy's not even a journalist, actually. I mean, I don't even know why he calls himself. I'm a journalist. I ask questions, I call people, I get varying responses, I look at different facets of the story, and then I make a conclusion. Dork journalist doesn't do any of that. He just calls, he never called Gaia. I did write him and tell him an email that I thought he was a lousy interviewer, but he didn't write me back. Anyway, I just wanted to defend Corey because I think it's just a lot of BS. And Corey comes off sincere. That's the other problem with everything. It's really hard. There's no offense against Corey, but it's really hard to lie continuously for 2 years, especially with me watching you. And I have done everything, I admit, I've done everything I can to trick Corey. I have waited till he was exhausted, and then I started asking questions of him. I waited till he had a beer. Then I started asking questions of him, expecting Vino Veritas to work. It never worked, okay?